Okay, welcome friends on Daily Current Affair with Yourpedia and welcome to July 2020 and we hope things improve and we come alive, come back to normalcy. Let's hope for that. So what news I brought for this day, 1st July? Important days, in July, in June also I told you what are the most important days in June. So like International Yoga Day, 21st June we discussed. Similarly, now I've come out with the most important days in the July. So what are those days? Union Home Ministry has declared some of the groups or people under those groups as terrorist under UAPA Act. So what is UAPA Act? That also we are going to discuss. And somewhere UAPA Act is related to National Integration Council, and National Integration Council is somewhere related to the history. So we will go back to that and we'll see that. Nepal ruling party leaders. Nepal में ruling party is Communist Party of Nepal. And so the rulers of that party, Prime Minister Oli and ex-Prime Minister Pushp Kamal Dahal, are fighting over the inclination of Nepal towards China. So Nepal and India are having some kind of now relations issue. So because of the new map declared by Nepal. So quota system in civil services jobs is no more there. But listen carefully, it is not for India, it is for Bangladesh. So Bangladesh civil services used to be there now. So will not be any quota system in Bangladesh civil services exam now. Gujarat becomes the first state to implement this 10% EWS quota, and I will also discuss with you ASHA, ASHA, ASHA workers, which I discussed with you earlier. That also I'm going to discuss with you now. So let's go for now. First, most important days in the month of July. So I hope you must have wished doctor in your family as happy Doctor's Day on 1st of July. So next important day is American Independence Day. Like we celebrate 15th August, America celebrates 4th July. Now next comes the World Population Day, which is 11th July, most important day. So Kargil में Victory Day is celebrated as Vijay Divas on 26th of July, and then World Hepatitis Day on 28th of July. So if you ask me, sir, which is the most important day among all, I'll say just remember 11th July. After that, if you have to remember, you go for Kargil Vijay Divas. After that, World Hepatitis Day. After that, Doctor's Day, if you can remember. So these are some of the important days in July. Okay, now let's come back to second news. Union Ministry has declared some terrorists under UAPA Act. So some terrorists which were belonging to Khalistan groups, Khalistani terrorists. You know, Khalistani movement is in Punjab, where these people say that Punjab should be Khalistan. That means different country altogether for some community like Sikh community or something. So that group is Khalistani group, and under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, these groups, some people have been declared as terrorists. So this will reinforce the commitment to strengthen national security, and Modi government is following zero tolerance to terrorism. That means terrorists will not be basically tolerated. So I don't think the names of these people is important, but I think the groups are important. Babbar Khalsa International, that is a terrorist organization we have declared. International Sikh Youth Federation, Khalistani Jindabad Force, Khalistan Commando Force. Again, it comes Khalistan Jindabad Force, Khalistan Jindabad Force Association. This is Sikh for Justice. This is basically this is USA based key member of Unlawful Association Sikh for Justice. Then this comes Khalistan Tiger Force. This is Canada based, United Kingdom based. So you see, they are different country based people. They are all foreign country based people which promote. And this Ranjit Singh is Pakistan based terrorist organization, Khalistan Jindabad Force. So Khalistan Jindabad Force is basically the Pakistan based basically organization, and then some organizations are this German based, some people are US based, some Canada based. So all these people are international different countries based people which are declared as terrorist. Now what is UAPA? UAPA is unlawful activities prevention. Now what is the meaning of this? Read this statement carefully. It is Indian law which is aimed at effective prevention of unlawful activities in India. Unlawful activities association. I discussed with you the fundamental right in Indian polity, where I told you that as per fundamental rights, we have a fundamental right of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of association. So we can make any group or association, we can do that, but that association should not have unlawful activities. So if you go back, see this: seek for justice. So if you do not know that they are doing unlawful activities, you will think that this is something which is for good cause. Seek for justice. Now, the what depends is what activities they are doing. So if they are doing some unlawful activities, that is not acceptable, and hence unlawful activities go we are to prevent. So this unlawful activities prevention act, as the name shows, you will not permit any basically association or a group of people which is involved into unlawful activities, and those unlawful activities should not be directed towards against integrity and sovereignty of India. So National Integration Council is the body which actually created atmosphere for creation of this UAPA Act. National Integration Council appointed a committee on national integration, which was to look into the matter that can we put some reasonable restrictions as far as the interest of country is concerned. Can we put some kind of reasonable restriction on the fundamental right of people? Because somebody will say making association is my fundamental right, I can make association, but can we put some kind of restriction on that if it is in the favor of Indian unity and integrity? So 16th amendment to Indian constitution was done in 1963, and hence through that this act was born. So Unlawful Activities Act 1967 was the result of 16th amendment, and that was a result of National Integration Council's efforts in that direction. Now, what is National Integration Council? As the name shows, this is the council or group of some eminent people in the society which will talk about how to maintain national integrity. Our country is full of diversities. India is full of diversities. There are different communities, there are different regions, there are different religions. So, India is full of different communities, but still it is a country. So, to maintain national integration and unity among diversity, to maintain the unity among this entire diversity, we need to have strong system in place. So this National Integration Council, the main purpose of this is it keeps on talking about various issues of community, this communalism, casteism, regionalism, so that we create a country which is integrated country, and their divisive forces should be controlled. National Integration Council is made up of senior politicians or public figures. These public figures can be businessmen, they can be media people, they can be editor, they can be politician, anything. So they can be actor, film actors, etc. So they are made up of cabinet ministers, celebrities, media head, chief minister, opposition leaders. Last National Integration Council was done in 2013 under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Manmohan Singh when Congress government was in power, and the members who attended was from film industries, they were from news, social media, they were from political life, they were from businessmen, Ajim Premji, Cyrus Mistry from Tatas and these Mahindras. So all these were there. And National Integration Council originated in a conference which was convened by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in 1961. And the purpose was that we should not let our country divide on these lines. There should be integration in the country. So let's revise now. National Integration Council was born out of this conference done by Nehruji, and 2001-3 May Manmohan Singh had this meeting of National Integration Council. It is made up of politicians both in power and opposition, and National Integration Council only led to creation of UAPA Act to 1967. And why was this in news? Because recently some of the people were declared terrorist under the Home Ministry using this UAPA Act. That was what it was done. Let's go to Nepal now. Can you see these two people? He is Pushpa Kamal Dahal. Prachand he is known as, and he is Prime Minister Oli, Sharma Oli. Both, he was ex-Prime Minister of Nepal and he is present Prime Minister of Nepal. Both of them are the chairman of Communist Party of Nepal Communist Party. Of late, Nepal Communist Party has shown inclination towards Communist Party of China, and it is deviating away from India. Now that is not acceptable to all the leaders of Nepal Communist Party, because India and Nepal had good relation. You must be remembering that in June 2020, Nepal came out with a new map through amendment of its constitution, and some three places including Kalapani and Lipu Lake, they were shown as territory of Nepal, though these places are in territory of India. So that is a sort of tussle between India and Nepal. And President of China has visited Nepal also, and Communist Party of China is giving some kind of mentoring to Nepal Communist Party, but not every leader is happy with that. And hence, recently, what happened? Prime Minister Oli said that India is conspiring to remove him from the power, and some people in Nepal are doing this conspiracy with India. So, Pushp Kamal Dahal said that this is not a good statement from Prime Minister Oli, and he should submit his resignation. So, some kind of issues are going on in Nepal related to this. Okay, what is the next news? Bangladesh civil services may say अब quota system will be removed. You know, Indian civil services, Indian administration services, which is called, still has quota, but Bangladesh civil services has removed that quota. So Bangladesh civil services recruit class 1, class 2 jobs in the country, and Bangladesh, this quota system was introduced through executive order in 1972. Any idea when Bangladesh was born or it became a country? In 1971, after India Pakistan war. You know, Pakistan earlier was in two parts. One was East Pakistan, West Pakistan. East Pakistan became Bangladesh in 1971, and West Pakistan is what we call today as Pakistan. This is how it has gone there. Okay, next news is related to Gujarat. Now, Gujarat becomes the first state to implement 10% EWS quota. So, it is the first state to implement 10% reservation in government jobs and education to economically weaker section in general category. Now, which Constitution Amendment Act is related to this quota, this 10% EWS quota? So, at one place we are seeing the quota is being removed, at another place we are seeing quota is being increased. I don't know whether this is good or bad. This is debate. This is a group discussion topic. Okay, 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill 2019 was related to 10% quota. You remember this. Now, last news for the day is ASHA worker. First is full form: Accredited Social Health Activist. Accredited Social Health Activist. Remember this name. Now, these are the social activists. These are women social activists, village-based social activists, and these come under National Rural Health Mission program. So they are recruited under this mission, and they are the trained female community health activists. Why accredited? Because they are trained and they are certified. After training, there's a rigorous process of their recruitment and training, and then they are recruited. They are chosen from the same village, and they work in community and health public health system. I've already discussed ASHA workers' role in recent migrant issues, when the migrant went to the villages back home, and due to COVID situation, they were to be given some kind of treatment and all. So we have already discussed that thing in the previous, but I did not discuss details of ASHA, as my method is slow. Gradually, we have to enter into some domain or learning, and we have to acquire it. So let's learn some more information related to ASHA. First is full form, then under which mission they come, then under some more information about them, and the more informations are this: they should be women resident from the village, married, widow, divorcee. So it is not written that they should be unmarried also. Age is 25 to 45. Should they be literate? Yes, they should be literate. They should be qualified up to 10th standard. If not available, then you can lower down the standard. Okay, they are chosen through rigorous process in which these guys are involved: self-help group, Anganwadi institution, nodal officers, and Gram Sabha. I will discuss someday with you. Gram Sabha is a constitutional body mentioned under Article 243G. So this is a part of Panchayati Raj institution, and this is example of direct democracy in the country. Now, these ASHA workers are given continuous training. So there is a lot of training given to them, and they are made skilled in their own domain. They also get performance based incentives. So these people are provided incentive and that depends upon their performance. They are given with knowledge and drug kit. So first contact, they are the basically first contact healthcare workers. That means if in the village some person is getting some kind of issue or problem, so these are health workers which work into that domain. So they are the health activities in the activists in the community who create awareness on health, and they also mobilize the communities. So they promote the good health practices in the community, and ASHA worker provide the information to the community. They provide the information to the community on what kind of information these workers provide about the nutrition, sanitation, hygiene practice, healthy living, working condition. All these things are provided by ASHA workers. All these are provided by ASHA workers to these communities. So this is what ASHA worker is all about, and this is what is basically related to their domain. So I think we have discussed these topics, we have discussed these issues now, and these were some issues related to that today's. Just revise them, and I will give you question bank. As in the June, I'm going to prepare question bank for you. You revise that, and same for July. Thank you.